mambo na kunisumbua na kunigasi. Hebu fikiria mwenzako akifa juu ya mabaya aliyotendewa. Wengine tu wangekuwa na mabawa, wangeruka waepe ulimwengu. Twawezaje kuishi pamoja kama bado chuki na tungoja? Kufikiria sana sana, ni jambo gani lisilotuwezesha kuwa pamoja? Vijana wote amkeni, ni asubuhi tulivu, siku njema, tupendane kwa moja, tusaidiane.
Walk with me as we highlight the success story of Isiolo North constituency. In the last 2 decades, as Kenya's economy and politics have liberalized, Isiolo, which is the headquarters of Isiolo North constituency and Isiolo County, has transformed into a vibrant commercial hub owing much to its strategic location. The CDF office location is strategic, enabling easy access to services by the constituents. The office is located about 100 meters from the main road, sharing the same compound with the DO's office. Before the construction of the ultra-modern office, the Isiolo North CDF used a temporary rented office. This modern office was officially opened by His Excellency the Deputy President Honorable William Samoei Arap Ruto on the 11th of July 2015. This is one of the biggest achievements in the constituency, according to the clients who visit the office and also had a taste of the all-rented office. The residents are appreciative of high quality and open services offered by Isiolo North CDF staff.
Na Kenya itakuwa nchi moja ya amani na maendeleo.
Tunahudumia vizuri. Mbeleni hatukuwa na ofisi hata. Tulikuwa tuna rent ofisi yenyewe kidogo. Alafu saa hii tuko na ofisi kubwa, wako na viti ya kukalia saa hii. Mbeleni hatukuwa na gari. Tunakodesha watu tukienda kuenda safari huko market, tunakodesha gari ya watu. Mafuta tunaiweka, sasa tuko na gari yetu. Tunaendelea kwa tunashukuru.
Yeleo pamoja, yeleo pamoja, yeleo pamoja.
Hao na safu watu haraka wanakuuliza na wako very polite na wanakuuliza kwa njia nzuri. Kwa hiyo ofisi mpya tumesaidika kwa kupata basari ya CDF ya watoto ya shule na inakuwa displayed, wala wanapata, inakuwa wazi, iko transparency kuliko hiyo ofisi ya kwanza.
Akifa juu ya mabaya aliyotendewa, wengine tu wangekuwa na mabawa.
Everything has been put into place perfectly. This is the MP's office. The residents have the opportunity to present their grievances and suggestions as one of their own to their MP. It's spacious and well-furnished office.
Tushikane
15 million shillings was used for construction and completion of the CDF office. Education sector. One of the constituency strategies on education was to construct new classrooms and schools within a radius of less than 3 kilometers for 100 eligible children. A strategy that is working swiftly and taking motion in every corner of the constituency. The constituency covers an area of 15,000 square kilometers with a population of 100,000 people, and through the CDF, this entire population has started to see the brighter side of education.
CDF Isiolo North has focused mainly on education projects, and in small portions, water, roads, and some other projects in areas to do with health. Most of our funds, about 70% of our funds, have gone to projects to do with education.
Kipsing Secondary School in Odonyiro Ward is one of the beneficiaries of the CDF. Since its establishment in the year 2010, students sheltered in mud-constructed classrooms until the CDF intervened and gave the school a new and admirable look.
I'm a teacher at Kipsing Secondary School. It's a mixed school in Odonyiro Ward of Isiolo County. We had no classes at all. We were teaching under the trees and moving the items that we require for our studies in the evening to primary school, where we resided. The World Vision, who built 2 classes, then came in the CDF, who built 3 classes in the year 2 classes in the year 2012. Then in the year 2014 they added another class. As you can see, the administration block is this oldening timber house. So if anything, it also needs to be looked at. The school also lacks a laboratory, for that matter, well-equipped laboratory, standard laboratory that is required.
Despite the impressive work by the CDF and the World Vision, there are also some issues that needed to be addressed. This like administration block, which needed to be replaced with a new and permanent one for the safety of their stationery and other office equipment. Pepo la Tumaini Primary School. Pepo la Tumaini is a school that has remained neglected for a long time despite serving a large number of pupils from poor families living in Isiolo town. The school used to run under a private sponsor until the sponsorship was withdrawn, leaving the school in a very poor condition. Pupils had to undergo hard times in their school, including jiga infestation and even wild animals such as the hyenas using the classroom as shelter in the night. The CDF intervened and constructed 2 permanent classrooms, arousing new hopes for the entire Pepo la Tumaini fraternity.
Tunashukuru sana CDF kwa sababu CDF tulituma maombi kwa CDF ya madarasa 4, lakini tunamshukuru sana mheshimiwa na vile vile wasimamizi wa CDF kwa sababu wametutengenezea ama wametujengea madarasa 2 ya kisasa. Madarasa yale ukifananisha na madarasa mengine katika shule, utaona wazi ya kwamba hiyo madarasa 2 ambayo yamejengwa imeleta sura mpya katika shule.
Arama Primary School is in Cherab Ward, Merti District. The school has a population of 388 pupils. This school was started under the sponsorship of Al Sakat, who helped them construct temporary classrooms. Since the year 2013 to 2015, Al-Rahma has benefited with 4 classrooms and an administration block is set to commence soon. However, they are facing some challenges. They lack windbreakers in their compound. As a result, 2 classrooms were blown away by the wind, putting them in a burden, each parent contributing 500 shillings towards the repair of the damaged classroom. How coincidental a lack for them being located near the Metu Plateau. Raw material is not a bother to them when it comes to construction.
Teacher mkuu ya Arama Primary School. Nimeshukuru kama head teacher ya hiyo shule, umetusaidia kwa ujenzi ya permanent classrooms, hiyo 4 classrooms, na tunatarajia msaidiwe kwa sababu watoto enrollment ni over 388.
Uhuru kama vile jina lako, tunakuamini. Utaongoza Kenya kama vile wimbo wa taifa yasema. Justice be our shield and defender. Na Kenya itakuwa nchi moja ya amani na maendeleo. Uruto, wewe ni mtu wa kusema na kutenda. Ndio tunawaambia mashujaa wetu.
Com Primary School was established in the year 1994, but it had a slow growth following the intercommunity conflicts in the region. They used to partake the programs in Makuti-thatched classrooms due to their nomadic way of life. Following public awareness on the importance of education, they settled, whereby the CDF came in and constructed permanent classrooms, and a third one is under construction.
Mimi kwa majina naitwa Adan Boru Kara, head teacher Com-Prem. 2010 ndio tukawa registered hapa, tukianza na Makuti, nyumba ya Makuti darasa 3. Tukaanzisha, kisha tukajenga nyumba ya matope. Alafu tukaendelea 2010 tukapata CDF, wakatujengea haya madarasa mawili, na wazazi pia wakaongezea, UNICEF wakatusaidia, wakatuletea tank.
Aje kuishi pamoja kama bado chuki na tungoja. Tushikane kwa umoja once again. Let's vote to believe. Let's vote to believe.
Nyingi zaidi ni uhaba wa walimu na pia ukosefu wa darasa, the facilities hatuna.
Tushikane kwa umoja.
Biliki Primary School. To the east of the ward is Biliki Primary School. Learning under an iron sheet classroom structure in such a hot and dry climate is a big challenge for the pupils. The hot temperature affects people's concentration during the learning process. To put up with the searing heat, the school community constructed temporary mud classrooms. The CDF came in and constructed 3 permanent classrooms, and according to Mr. Muliva, a teacher at Bilki Primary School, a notable improvement in performance has been realized.
Mwalimu wa serikali, nimeajiriwa mwaka huu na nikatumwa shule hii ya Biliki Primary. Tunashukuru sana CDF kwa maendeleo ambayo imeleta pande huu. Tumekuwa na changamoto nyingi sana hapa. Mara ya kwanza staff room yetu ilikuwa ya matope, lakini kwa sasa unaweza kuona jinsi ambavyo CDF imeweza kufanya. Kwa hivyo bado tuna changamoto ya madarasa. Kuna madarasa mengine ambayo yamejengwa kwa mabati, na ukilinganisha hali ya anga pande huu ambapo jua inawaka sana, ni vizuri. Maombi yetu kwa CDF ni ya kwamba tuweze kuongezewa madarasa mengine ili wanafunzi waweze kusoma kwa njia ambayo ni nzuri. Kwa hivyo ni maombi yetu tu kama shule ya Biliki ya kwamba CDF itatukumbuka kwa upande wa madarasa na pia kwa upande wa maji.
tunakuamini, utaongoza Kenya kama vile wimbo wa taifa yasema. Justice be our shield and defender. Na Kenya itakuwa nchi moja ya amani na maendeleo. Ndiyo tunawaambia mashujaa wetu.
The constituency strategies on education was to construct new schools within a radius of less than 3 kilometers for 100 eligible children. Elsa Secondary School. Neighboring the Lewa Conservancy in Elsa Secondary School in Burat Ward. The school is only 1 year old since its establishment in the year 2015 and has a population of 138 students. Marginalization is the key factor that led to the establishment of the school in this area. The only near secondary school before the establishment of Elsa Secondary School was in Meru, 7 kilometers away. As a result, many Class 8 leavers opting to terminate their education at the level and pursue other activities like cattle heading. Mr. Kimathi, the founding principal, explains.
My name is Kimathi Crispino. I am the principal of Elsa Secondary School. This is a school that is, we started the last year on 26th of February 2015. We were able to accommodate, the first intake we were able to accommodate about 73 students in Form 1 last year 2015. And as we opened year 2016, we were able still to accommodate more. Around currently our Form 2 has increased to a double stream. We have 4 Form 2s, boys and girls.
The establishment of the school in this area attracted other stakeholders, like the Lewa Down Conservancy, who constructed the administration block and also did the fencing around the school compound. They also funded the construction of the school kitchen, which is about to commence. These readily available natural resources have helped during the construction of the classroom, since the constructors don't have time to move outside the school compound in search for raw materials. Mwangaza Girls Secondary School. Mwangaza Girls Secondary School in Wabera Ward was started in January in the year 2015. It is the first girls secondary school ever to establish in the entire Isiolo County. The school has 2 classes, the Form 1 and the Form 2, with a population of 75 students. The establishment of Mwangaza Girls Secondary has brought light, especially for the girl child in Isiolo County. Their faces illuminate the daring determination.
I'm Amina Sharif from Mwangaza Girls Secondary School. I'm in Form 2. CDF has helped us a lot. Last year, that term they paid for me 3,000, not 3,000, I'm sorry, 5,000 for my school fees, and they gave us 3 million to build for Form 3 and a laboratory. We thank the CDF for their good work. In this school, we don't have the toilets. We are sharing with the primary school, and that is not good because the little kids, they identify the toilet, and you cannot go to that kind of toilet. And the second thing, we don't have water. And the other thing is lack of books, teachers, and also dust. We would like the forest people to help us with seedlings so that we can plant in our school.
In them. However, they are facing some challenges as a school. The staff members are using a room that was meant to be a classroom as their administration block. The petitioning of the room is temporary as they await the construction of the administration block. Bulesa Day Secondary School was started in the year 2009 by the CDF. Bulesa Day Secondary School came as a big celebration for the entire Chari ward, since it was the first and the only secondary school in the ward. Up to today, Bulesa Day stands up to be the solo secondary school in Chari ward, accommodating students all the way from Marara, Mahando, Goda of Wasiku, and even some of their neighboring wards. Bulesa Day Secondary School brought a sigh of relief to the ward. The only place they could access education before was Meru, which is many kilometers away. The CDF is still ensuring total supports toward Bulesa Day, having recently constructed the administration block and other 2 classrooms. USAID are also key stakeholders in Bulesa, taking the first step in water supply and improving resilience in the arid region.
CDF iliasia sisi kujenga sisi classroom 209 alianza tukapata. Baada hiyo watoto tukachukua. Sasa hii tuko na last year tulifanya form 4 na CDF wamejengea administration block na watoto wako wengi, na ile shule iko kwa hii ward ni Bulesa Day Secondary School.
Ntepesi Primary School. Education is crucial in the early stages. The CDF constructed a permanent classroom for Ntepesi Primary School in Oldonyiro Ward on 22nd February 2016 to ensure a firm foundation of education in the area.
Ndaremara Girls Secondary. Ndaremara Ward, which is mostly occupied by pastoralists, benefited with this girls' secondary school. Due to demand for a learning institution in the area, the classes were even occupied before completion.
Lobarshireki Girls Secondary School. Marginalization is a major problem affecting education in most nomadic communities. In Oldonyiro Ward, most students have been traveling more than 10 kilometers to access education in Meru and Nanyuki areas. However, the problem has been solved following the establishment of the Lobarshireki Girls Secondary School. The CDF-funded Girls Secondary has 2 classrooms, of which programs for the Form 1s have commenced with a population of 14 students. This population is expected to increase since it will be for the girls in Lobarshireki Primary School and other neighboring primary schools to join the only girls' school in the area.
Mimi ni mkazi wa Lobarshireki na ward ya Oldonyiro. Mimi niko hapa kwa sababu hii shule tuliomba zaidi mambo ya CDF na walizijengea, na tunashukuru sana mambo ya CDF kwa sababu watoto wetu walikuwa wanateseka. Wengine walikuwa wanaenda Meru, wanakuja kulala hata kwa street na Nyuki wakikosa magari ya kuja. Na kwa sasa mtoto anatoka kwa hii shule akimaliza primary anaingia secondary.
Parkishon Primary School. Parkishon Primary School is a primary school that has brought light and great hope for the residents of Parkishon. These little kids now have a place to quench their thirst for education. The CDF has established the school in this marginalized area to reduce the distance traveled by the children from their homes to school. However, they are facing many challenges at school. The head teacher shares the same room with the pupils as his office. The same room is also used as the maize store.
Moyoni mwangu kila wakati nalihisi ni jambo la kunisumbua na kunigasi. Hebu fikiria mwenzako akifa juu ya mabaya aliyotendewa.
Jina naitwa Mwalimu Samuel Kunda Inoti, mwalimu mkuu wa Perfection Primary School. Perfection Primary School ni shule changa ambayo ilianzishwa na msaada kutoka CDF Isiolo North Constituency na inapatikana katika division ya Oldonyiro, na Oldonyiro inapatikana Isiolo sub county na Isiolo county. Kabla hii shule kujengwa, watoto wengi hawakuwa wanahudhuria masomo kwa sababu shule ile iko karibu ni shirika ambayo iko kama 10 kilometers kutoka hapa. So kwa upande kwa niaba ya watu wa Perfection, nashukuru huu mradi kuwepo hapa kwa sababu saa hii watoto wengi wameweza kuhudhuria masomo. Enrollment hata kama iko juu sana, at least watoto wameweza kuingia kwa shule.
Parakuruk Primary School. Parakuruk Primary School in Oldonyiro is a big beneficiary of the CDF. They have benefited with 3 blocks of classrooms and the administration block is undergoing construction.
I'm a teacher in Parakuruk Primary School. The school wishes to very much say thank you for the Isiolo CDF County for the green blocks of grasses built in this compound.
Dorms. One of the constituency's strategies on education was to establish a primary or a secondary school with adequate facilities in the 3 wards in the next 4 years. The CDF is working finger to bone to ensure the accomplishment of their set target. Lobashireki Primary School has benefited with a dormitory for the boys, something that has brought a big transformation in the academics.
Majina naitwa Gabriel Lepchiri kutoka shule ya Lobashireki. Mimi ni mwanafunzi wa darasa la 7. Ningechukua nafasi huu kuwarudishia shukrani sana kwa vile mlikuja kutujengea dormitory kama hii ya CDF ambayo mlijenga katika shule ya Lobashireki, na hii ni kitu muhimu sana.
However, school like Kipsing Secondary School is facing the challenge in accommodation. The boys are using a room that was meant to be the laboratory and are also forced to sleep on the floor due to lack of beds. On the other hand, the girls are using a room that was meant to be a classroom.
Now, there are areas that also need some assistance. For instance, we don't have a dormitory for boys and girls. The girls are using a class that was supposed to be a class that was built by CDF, and then the boys are using what was supposed to be a laboratory. So is that gap, that area, and then of course as they were built to be something else, they don't have all the requirements of the dormitory because we lack a bathroom.
Teachers' quarters. Teachers also face challenges of long distance to their workstations and even taking many risks of being attacked by wild animals and also attacks from hostile people. Some of them are forced to walk up to 8 kilometers to and fro every day. The CDF has started the housing program for the teachers across the constituency.
jengo ambalo tumejengewa na CDF ya Isiolo North.
We did this purposely because we think there is a big problem in Isiolo, especially Isiolo North, in terms of having the local teachers to teach children in various wards. At times when the vacancies are advertised for teachers countrywide, we have teachers coming from Meru, from Laikipia, from Nyeri, applying for jobs in Isiolo North. At the end of the day, we don't find them doing the jobs per se, because at one point they're employed, they stay in Marti, they stay in Oldonyiro, but before 5 years are over, all of them are looking for transfers to go back to their mother counties.
Merti Technical. There are very few public post-secondary institutes where school leavers can acquire extra skills, leaving youth exposed to life of incompetence and unable to compete with others. One of the constituency's strategies was to establish and equip at least 3 vocational skill training institutions in the constituency, especially for the youths. Cherab Ward in the Merti district are the first beneficiaries of this grant project, the Merti Technical Institute. This project has created many job opportunities for the resident, especially youth and the women.
Na hii mradi ililetwa hapa kufaidi wakaaji wa hapa, na hata tuliomba mheshimiwa Samali, hii mradi ikiendelea, watu wengi wafanyikazi wanapata pesa, hata kina mama, naona kina mama wote wanaajiriwa, wanafaidika. Tuko na local materials hapa, mawe hii inaitwa Adiko community ndio wanasanya pamoja, wanapewa pesa, pia wanafaidika hapa tu, na mchanga pia ni hapa tu, haitoki nje.
Merti Technical Institute is one of the biggest institutions in Isiolo County, and high standard of construction by qualified engineers have been considered to ensure the quality of the building.
These are the pillars of the foundation. You find these pillars, the room was 105. Only for this. We have classrooms, the workshop, this is a corridor, and some offices around, and then classroom and the workshop. Even on the upper section, we are also having the same. So we have not left the staircase, even in case there's fire attacking the building. We find that people can escape using the lamp and also the staircase. We have also another staircase on this side.
The construction of this institution is set to meet the international standard so as to attract scholars both nationally and internationally.
Kufikiria sana ni jambo gani lisilotuwezesha kuwa pamoja. Vijana wote
Road. The state of the road in Isiolo North are still among the worst in the country. 109 kilometers of the road networks are eaten and in bad shape. Traveling becomes difficult, especially during the rainy season. One perennial problem that has to be overcome is that of predictable floods and muddy roads that inhibit movement during the wet season due to poor drainage and depleted roads within Isiolo and peri-urban areas. The CDF is in the first line to ensure main road networks in the constituency are repaired for easier connectivity from one ward to another. Some of the roads repaired by the CDF include Burat Road access, Bulapesa Road, Ngaremara to Daba Road, and the Mutandai Parkishon to Ntepes.
Hii barabara si mbaya, at least saa hii tunaenda vizuri. Kuna wakati bike zetu zilikuwa zinatoboka, lakini saa hii at least barabara si mbaya, iko poa. Tunashukuru sana.
Predictable floods and muddy roads that inhibit movement during the wet season due to poor drainage and depleted roads within Isiolo and peri-urban areas. The CDF is in the first line to ensure main road networks in the constituency are repaired for easier connectivity from one ward to another. Some of the roads repaired by the CDF include Burat Road access, Bulapesa Road, Ngaremara to Daba Road, and the Mutandai Pakishon to Ntepes. Business and traveling from parts of Isiolo North easily gets cut off due to lack of bridges across the main river, the Iwaso Nyiro. For decades, it has been disastrous traveling crossing the Iwaso Nyiro during the rain season, with lives and valuable properties being lost. The CDF funded the construction of Gotu Bridge, which later the national government took over, and very soon it will be very convenient for one to connect from Isiolo to Merti district. High economic growth is expected to be recorded once the construction is complete.
As an arid region in Kenya, Isiolo North constituency has been perceived as unproductive with chronic food insecurity. Historically, the economy of Isiolo North constituency is driven by livestock and a bit of rain-fed agriculture. Dependency on rain-fed agriculture has failed to expand, and thus the constituency depends on importation. The constituency came up with a strategy to establish new irrigation schemes to supplement rain-fed agriculture. The CDF funded the construction of the Akadeli water intake and the piping system. The CDF funded water intake serves more than 400 farmers in the Akadeli irrigation scheme, with the main crops grown being the tomatoes, onions, and the maize. This project has transformed the economy greatly, and many people have secured employment and also food security.
Justice be our shield and defender. Na Kenya itakuwa nchi moja ya amani na maendeleo.
Tangu hiki kitengenezwe kimesaidia zaidi. Manake wakati maji ilikuwa yanatembea na chini hivi, maji mingi ilikuwa inaenda kwa mchanga. Lakini wakati maji iliwekwa kwa pipe na kwa intake, maji inakuja ikiwa mingi, sio kama ile wakati ile mbele. Idadi ya wakulima wale wanatumia kwa hii project ni watu ni 4.
Water is an essential component for the animal and also to the plants in Isiolo North constituency, aiming at providing sufficient water for the people and livestock in order to build resilience of communities.
Justice be our shield and defender.
The CDF funded the digging of the Daba well to support the pastoralists in the area and also provide water for domestic use for the residents.
Kwa majina naitwa Gabriel Logoni. Ni mkaji ya Daba. Ni KPR ya Daba. Sasa nikipenda tuko na shida ya maji sana area yetu hii. Shida ya maji zaidi ndio tuko na zaidi hapa hivi. Hii kisima juzi mwandume mbili alikamatana hapa. Najua mwandume kikutana wanapigana hivi. Sasa mtu mwingine akasumua mwingine hapa akaangusha ndani ya mimi. Akisema alipata watu 3, akajeruhi watu 3. Aliumia mwingine mgongo, mwingine mkono, mwingine tena hapa hivi.
In Naturo, the CDF also contributed towards the piping system and the construction of water troughs and tanks in the water projects. The constituency is targeting to establish more water points in the region in order to curb the issues of clashes over water and grazing grounds. Kenya is faced with the challenge of improving access to healthcare in marginalized areas. Access to healthcare services in Isiolo County is poor in comparison to the rest of the country. High mortality rate and low nurse population ratio is a major challenge. In Isiolo County, 3,115 people are served by one nurse compared to the national average of 2,054 per nurse. Only 17.8% people in Isiolo have access to improved sanitation facilities as compared to 87.8% in Kenya. While 37.5% of mothers deliver within health institutions in the country, only 28% of mothers do so in Isiolo. One of the constituency strategies was to establish new health facilities which are well equipped and staffed. The CDF established a healthcare at Bilko Marara in Chari Ward. Before the establishment of this health center, residents used to travel long distances to seek medical assistance, with emergency cases being difficult to handle. However, the health facility is not without some challenges, as narrated by the health personnel.
Most of the maternity things are kept here. This is where we install our maternity things. And for sure, inside those equipments, we are very grateful. We are okay. You see now? So there is no time. Even we are getting Biligo now. They are saying this is the best facility. It has gone reverse. Now we are even the best. So they are getting the better services. One of the major things about infection prevention I have, major challenge, is water. Imagine I'm conducting deliveries, I'm seeing patients, I touch you, I cannot wash my hands because of water. We had a water tank here, which was poorly tendered and purely contracted, so it does not help us. So one of the important things that in infection prevention is water, which we don't have. Second is infection prevention, incinerator, mali ya kuchoma chafu. This is one of kudunga naye. At least I need to burn them somewhere so that watoto wasokote watu wasiguze zidunge mtu, so that it can be incineration. So infection prevention is one of the major, it's a universal issue. In fact, in the health sector, it's a universal issue. So incinerator is a major problem. Water is a major problem. You see now. Then, okay, I conduct delivery. Where do I place the placentas? We don't have placenta pit. Okay, I do a lot of dirty things here. We wash water. Where does it go? We don't have septic tank. So those are the issues that affect me most. And it's really challenging me. I've been discussing with our Mheshimiwa, with the ministry, with the CEC. They are supportive, but say we are waiting for the fund.
The Oldonyiro Dispensary in Oldonyiro Ward. The CDF constructed this health center, which was later handed over to the county government. Since health has become a devolved function, the completed health facility awaits the intervention of the county government to facilitate and start off its function and serve the health needs of the residents.
Mimi ni mwenyeji hapa na kwamba nashukuru CDF kwa hii mradi yenye ametujengea. Jambo moja tu, yani ni madawa ndio bado hatujapata, lakini tunataraji county atuletea madawa na daktari. Hospitali mahali tuko tunatoka mbali sana ndio tupate yani matibabu. Kwa hivyo yani kama ingewezekana yani ituletewe yani kwa haraka, kwa sababu watu wengi anaumia kwa sababu ya umbali na hatuna magari ya kusafiri kwenda kutafuta matibabu.
The CDF is also ensuring housing programs for the doctors and nurses within their working station so as to provide services to the residents and also be in a position to handle emergency cases any time of the day they occur.
Kwa sababu hakuna kusafiri na wanatibiwa kila wakati. Nikiwa hapa na wanatibiwa hata mpaka usiku. Mradi itokea na any emergency. Maana niko na nyumba hapa karibu ambayo imejengwa na CDF.
Na zamani tulikuwa na shida zaidi.
na kwa sasa tumeshukuru kwa sababu ni kama tumepata kila kitu karibu. Wanatujengea hospitali na watu wa ofisi ya CDF wametujengea hii nyumba ya daktari. Kama ingekuwa CDF, daktari angekuwa hapa. Kwa sasa tumepata matibabu kwa urahisi. Zamani mtu akikuwa mgonjwa anabebwa na gari mpaka complex ndio ilikuwa hospitali. Akibebwa ikifika njiani anaaga. Kwa sasa wakati daktari yako kwa hii nyumba, matibabu iko wakati wowote. Hata mtu akigonjeka usiku anatibiwa usiku.
No sustainable development can be realized in a climate of insecurity and uncertainty. Insecurity scares away investors, displaces and destroys lives and livelihoods, and weakens the fabric of the society to focus on productive and profitable undertakings that contribute to the progress and quality of life. Isiolo has a long history of ethnic clashes which has affected the harmony of the communities in the constituency, thus lagging the constituency behind in terms of development. According to a recent survey finding carried out in Isiolo North constituency, 42% of the constituency population have been directly affected and are optimistic that conflicts can be resolved through peace preaching by the leaders.
Kwa hivyo tumesema ceasefire. Viongozi waende waambie watu yao, na tumekubaliana hapa kwa sababu hao viongozi wengine zote tulikuwa katika hiyo mkutano.
The CDF is ensuring that security is intensified in the areas prone to conflicts by constructing permanent residential houses for the administration police. In Aramate, Burat Ward, the CDF has constructed 3 houses for the administration police. The officers before resided in timber-constructed structure by the county council. According to the nature of the timber houses, security wasn't a guarantee for the officers. They had to relocate to Aramate Health Center and use the house that were constructed by the CDF as doctors' quarters.
Tunashukuru sana kwa serikali kuu kupitia CDF ambao waliweza kutujengea posi ya IP ambao kwa sasa ndio wanaitumia hii nyumba kama mahali pao pa kulala, lakini hali kambi yao iko tayari ambao kila kitu iko finishing, lakini kwa sasa wanakaa hapa na tunashukuru. Kwa wakati ya kwanza hii area ilikuwa inakalika kwa sababu ya insecurity, ilikuwa ni mbaya sana, lakini tunashukuru sana tangu serikali wakuje hapa, tunashirikiana na wao na naona kama hatuna wasiwasi tena ya usalama.
Shambani area in Burat Ward has been turned into a war zone until the administration police were deployed in the area, but the officer had to use tents until the CDF constructed permanent houses for them.
Hapa tumekuwa na changamoto ya insecurity. Mara mingi kumekuwa na vita ambaye imekuwa ikipigana mahali hapa, na kwa sababu ya hiyo shida ukuta kwamba watu hapa wote waliweza kwenda kuhamia kama makanisa, na kwa sababu makanisa pia sio sehemu ambaye ati inaweza kuokoa watu sana. Tukatoka hapo tukikimbia tukaenda mpaka Isiolo Police Station. So tulipokuwa huko tukainua sauti yetu kama wananchi, tukaomba kwamba tuweze kusaidiwa kwa sababu shambani hapa tunaumia. So serikali waliweza kutusikia na wakatuletea askari hapa. So na ikawa kwamba wakati wa mvua askari hawezi kufika hapo.
CDF, ofisi ya CDF ilitupatia pesa ambayo tuliweza kujenga nayo hizi nyumba za askari, na mpaka hapa tunaona kwamba tumekamilisha hiyo nyumba.
In Cherab Ward, Merti District, the CDF constructed modern blocks for the DC. The office is one of the modest buildings in the region.
And the ACC1. Before we used to be in the other office, I think we have seen it. And right now, the CDF constructed this office. Right now, the services is very okay because we can, whenever we want a meeting, we have a conference.
This is alumni, inspector buildings of public works, Isiolo County. I had come here for my routine supervision. In Isiolo, we have some bad issues of insecurity and banditry. But this one now can be used for use of guarantee for the APs, because the bullets can penetrate, but this one can.
Land adjudication. Most of the land in Isiolo North is community land, although the communities have no legal documents like the title deeds to show for the ownership of their land. They nonetheless consider the land their rightful property due to historic, cultural, and residential reasons. Consultative forums within the communities reveal that most people desire land adjudication or demarcation as community land in rural areas and individual land in urban areas. The CDF is now working with the country and national government to enhance accountability and ownership to avoid conflict in future.
Tumekaa Isiolo kwa muda mrefu, na vile tumekaa Isiolo kwa muda mrefu, watu wengi hawana karatasi. Ile shamba unamiliki ama plot ile unamiliki, na kaona hakuna mapato. Na wakati tumeomba mheshimiwa wetu Samai, tukamwambia sasa, kwa sababu wale wengine wanaishi kwa kiti ni watu, hakuna mtu amewahi kutukumbuka, tunataka tukumbuke na mambo ya kuidhinisha hiyo mashamba yetu, ndio ukae ukijua mahali unakaa ni kwako. Kama watu wale wengine vile kila mtu mahali anaishi, anakaa akiwa anajua hiyo plot ni yake ama shamba ni yake, kwa sababu karatasi. Karatasi inaweza kumsaidia hata kama kuna shida kwa kuomba loan ama mambo mengine. Imetusaidia kwa kutuidhinisha hiyo mashamba, ndio tuingie kwa process ya kukuwa na certificate ya kumiliki ile ardhi, ukae ukijua sasa ni yako kama watu wale wengine.
Nimekuwa kufikiria sana, ni jambo gani lisilotuwezesha kuwa pamoja. Vijana wote amkeni, ni asubuhi tulivu.
Maisha yetu kwa mashamba haikuwa vile nzuri sana, kwa sababu hatukukuwa na kibali chochote ya kuonesha mashamba ni yetu. Tulikuwa tu kama temporary land, watu walikuwa kijilimia, hatukujua tutanyang'anywa, hatujui kama tutabakishiwa mashamba yetu, na palikuwa ni ngumu. Hata kuna sometimes back walikuwa kuna clashes, tukatoroka mashamba yetu sisi wote. Hakuna mtu alibaki huko, kabaki kama jangwa. Alichukua mkondo kubwa sana ambaye tuwezi kusema yani ilikuwa rahisi kwake. Lakini aliongea na jamii wote, akaleta amani, akatuambia tukae na usalama na kindugu sisi wote, na akatuhakikishia ya kwamba atatuhalalishia maardhi yetu, mashamba yetu iwe halali na hakuna mtu anaweza kutupokonya. Tungependelea kwamba watu wahalalishiwe mashamba yao, naye mashamba ipatiwe mwenyeji mwenye shamba na aweze kuturudishia mashamba zetu, na hizi dispute ziwe zimalizike, ziweze kutatiliwa kwa mara moja. Sisi tunasema hongera mheshimiwa, hongera sisi watu wa Isiolo, na tunawashukuru sana.
Like the rest of the country, Isiolo North has a large proportion of the youth with high dependency ratio. Many are affected by poverty, unemployment, and alcoholism. Indeed, for security issues to be effectively addressed, interventions in variables affecting the youth need to be urgently formulated and acted upon. The CDF has funded several activities that aim at empowering the youth and even offering special trainings for the youths.
You can be the change that you want to see. Yeah. You can be the change that you want to see. Believe it or not. Meaning, there is nothing as powerful when the time for something comes. Please, admire the change, desire the change, and make sure you are the one to bring the change. Because we are just tired of poverty around us. Yeah. We are just tired of relying to depend on people. Can we bring a change in this society?
Tutakuja tuwatengenezee SACCOS, na kwa hizo SACCOS aweze kupitishia usaidizi yake kwa hizo SACCOS. Kama mko na SACCO na mna malengo yenu, kwa hiyo malengo yenu mnakuwa empowered kuweza kuyatekeleza. Kwa hivyo kupitia hiyo mradi yenu vile mtafikiria, nimesikia mko na kikundi kwa register, si ndivyo? Na mko na malengo lakini mmeshindwa kuafikia malengo yenu. Sasa mimi kazi yangu nitakuja sasa kuenable kuafikia hiyo malengo kwa wakati mfupi.
The CDF has funded sports for the young people to give them the opportunity to entertain themselves, to relax, to develop self-expression, to realize personal fulfillment, and to develop as individuals who are able to back their community. The CDF has also funded the construction of border sheds to help these young men operate in conducive environments. The CDF is also capitalizing empowering the youths and the women through organization for them to benefit from the funds that are channeled directly to them through youths and women such as Uwezo Fund. One of the beneficiaries of such fund is the Nigerian Fodder Farm Group in Oldonyiro Ward.
Na kwere tokana kurubu na shirani notome robiani ewe isukutu mwana ka asitire dada iminyo notokuti nigera arta na ga danda na jegere tito yana kuru abu kitungu musungu nuguna ya kuna tokiti niginte biri yo na doginda ngai ka ngaiye kutoka saa pili mpaka saa 5 yiri kuna modio o kuna rasini ninge shiro tandaga
Kufikiria sana ni jambo gani lisilo tuwezesha kuwa pamoja. Vijana wote amkeni, ni asubuhi tulivu, siku njema, tupendane kwa moja, tusaidiane.
In the light of the anticipated growth of Isiolo North as a beneficiary of Vision 2030 flagship projects, major investment in infrastructure have been put in place to serve increased domestic and international investments and sports. Isiolo North stands in the best chance to utilize their natural resources and also take advantage of their historic nature of animal rearing to boost their livelihood.
Isiolo North constituency is a rich constituency, is a potential constituency, given the flagships or the Vision 20 flagship projects that we have that have been envisioned to be started in Isiolo. One is the Isiolo Airport, which is almost to completion. Statistics have it that Isiolo International Airport will be launched in April 2016. It will be a big boost for this constituency. We also have the Isiolo Resort City, which is also supposed to take off any time. We've been told that the area has been earmarked and the projects have also been earmarked, and we hope that Isiolo Resort City will roll soon. We also have the Isiolo, the Lapset Corridor that is also passing through Isiolo, and as a constituency we think that the Lapset Corridor will come with a lot of benefits, because the youth of this constituency will be able to secure jobs. Not to forget, we also have the Isiolo meat abattoir, which is also complete, hoping that soon or later it will also take off.
Isiolo town is also in the best position to grow to being one of the largest towns in Kenya following the Vision 2030 flagship projects. The Isiolo North CDF has achieved great stride in development. The area member of parliament, Honorable Joseph Samal, has performed well in representing the constituency at parliament. The MP has been involved in peace initiatives in the constituency. Many major projects in Isiolo have been realized out of advocacy by Honorable Joseph Samal.
Kufikiria sana sana, ni jambo gani lisilo tuwezesha kuwa pamoja.